Hey everyone, and welcome back for a brand new video. So I'm back again with another money savings video for you, but this one is going to be a little bit different from anything I've done before, and I think it's going to be quite fun and also eye-opening for us to work through together. Let's discuss today how to save money and also spend less. Now, it can be extremely difficult to stay on top of your spending habits. Like, the amount of money you can spend without realising it can be quite astronomical, to the point where if you added that up over the course of a year, 2 years, 3 years, even a longer period of time, you could be quite disgusted at yourself for how much you have spent on things, especially when you have such big savings goals. Maybe you're looking to buy a new house, an investment property, a new car, even a holiday, a wedding, any of these things. When you have big life commitments, you do need to strip it back a little bit and go back to basics. I personally have really lost track of my spending over the years. I was really good and dedicated when I was saving for my first house, but I feel like it's been a bit of a kind of slow decline ever since then, and I'm not proud of myself. So today we're going to be outing myself, and we're going to be literally analysing my spending habits, and I'm going to encourage you to do the same. We're also going to discuss some top tips on how you can make your money go further and make the most of your money. Traipsing through your bank statements, creating spreadsheets is all too overwhelming for us girls. We're just girls out here. Well, maybe you're a man, but you know what I mean. It can be a little bit intense. So I thought we could do something a little bit fun and different today. And we're going to be using a spend lens from BuyHackey. So we're going to start by downloading the browser extension, which is free. And we're basically going to be using this to analyse how much we've spent on platforms such as Amazon, for example. Amazon is probably my guilty pleasure, the place that I spend a insane amount of money because it's just so readily available with the next day delivery, the Amazon Prime. I just can't help myself. So I think Amazon is going to be a really good one for us to dive into today. We are going to let it work its magic and see what I have spent since having this account, which I think I've had this account for around 10 years or so. So yeah, it's a long period of time, but at the same time, I'm a little bit nervous. Oh my God, the amount of purchases I've made alone, like the number is just going up and up. Oh my God. For one, 996 orders, nearly 1,000 orders. And I'm guessing that is orders, not items, because some orders can have multiple items. So that is insane. £17,814. That is like more than my first house deposit. To put it into context, that is more than I spent on my flat. That actually makes me a little bit sick. Now, don't get me wrong, obviously some of these things I needed to buy, but the amount of stuff I've bought over the years that I don't end up using, or you end up giving away to charity or friends or family, whatever it is, like, it can be a little bit chaotic. So let's dive into some of these purchases and see where this money is actually going. Okay, to be fair, some of these things, not everything, but some of these things are my top favourites. I do buy a lot of my favourite beauty stuff on Amazon. Like, you can see my L'Oreal Casting Creme hair gloss. I use that all the time. I've been using that since I was like a teenager. So my bags, so I have a fashion brand and I buy a lot of the mailer bags through Amazon. I also use them for my vintage as well, just because it's super convenient. So there are lots of things on here, to be fair, that are my essentials that I do buy every single week, day, month, whatever it may be. But I'm sure if I sat down and went through all 996 of the orders, there would be a fair few that I could have cut back on to stop that number being pretty much a small house deposit. I think this just goes to show though how easy it is to lose sight of what you spend, and how BuyHackey's lens can really help you to actually see what you're doing and kind of create a bit of a plan and take some action to stop this being so bad. BuyHackey have actually partnered with me to give you a really fun challenge. So you can actually be in for a chance of winning a $100 voucher. You literally just need to use BuyHackey. So just download it, it's free as I say, and you just need to share your total spend in the comments down below so we can all compare and see who has done the most damage. I want to see if you've done as much damage as I have done, or have you done even worse? I feel like I have set the bar pretty freaking high though. The standards are high. Well, no, I want you to have spent less than me is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I'd be very intrigued to see what you've spent. To find your total spend, simply click the spend lens at the top and your figure will be there once you've linked your account to it. And then we're going to need you to go to refer and earn and just simply copy that referral code right there. And you're going to pop that in the comments when you give me your total spend figure. And this is going to enable us to verify your account. So please make sure that you do this. And they're actually going to be giving 3 winners a prize. So I'm so excited for you to enter and to see your spending and see what damage you've done. And it's going to be a bit of a different one in terms of the winner here. You would think it would be the person who spent the least and been the most sensible. Oh no, this time round we're going to be rewarding the person who has spent the most. I'll leave the details of that challenge down below, but I'm really excited to see what you spent. I thought we could also go through some top tips I have to help you to curb that spending. So one of the things I love is the 30-day rule. So effectively, if you're looking to buy something, wait 30 days and see if you still want to buy it at the end of them days, because a lot of the time you would have forgotten about the item. Of course, there's going to be essential things you need to buy in life, but when it's a bit of an irrational, quick purchase, just think to yourself, right, let's just park it for 1 month, just see where we're at in a month's time, and do I actually still need to buy that item? And then if you do, go ahead and treat yourself, but at least you would have had a month to think about it and make provision for purchasing it. Something else you can use Buy Hacky to help you with, which is really, really cool by the way, is you can look into any price hikes before a sale. It basically helps you to check if the price has been inflated, and it will help you to see the real effectiveness of the price. It just helps you to shop smarter and not just on a whim because something appears to be cheaper, because a lot of the time there is things going on behind the scenes that you might not know about that makes it appear like it's a better offer than it truly is. You can also use their price alert as well, so you can add alerts for certain items that you are looking for that you might want to buy, and then it will alert you when the price drops. They even have ride compare as well, so you can book Uber through here. Really, really cool, and you average around 20% savings when you book through here. So yeah, how cool is that? Like, there's lots and lots of different things that you can be using this for, and it's free, so I feel like we should always be trying to make our money go that little bit further where we can, and just being a little bit more smart and sensible. And why not, when you have amazing things like this? You can actually use them on your phone as well. You can download an app, but I quite like the browser extension. Another tip in terms of spending your money is thinking about what you're purchasing and thinking if it's a short-term purchase or if it's actually going to be an investment. So even down to fashion and even makeup, to be fair, it's very easy to buy cheap things thinking, oh, that's cheap, I'll just buy that. But then you end up buying so many more things over the course of a couple of years. Whereas if you just invested into one item, you may find that you don't end up buying as many and you really cherish that one item. So for example, if you're buying a nice coat, instead of buying something cheap and cheerful that's going to bobble and go rubbish within no time at all, perhaps invest into one really nice quality item that you can plan for, you can budget for, and then ultimately you can enjoy for a really long time, and it can be your go-to essential piece. I say this one all the time as well, but something else that I think is really good to do is review your direct debits and any standing orders you have. So Buy Hacky is of course going to help us with our impulse spending, but it's good to look at our fixed expenditure as well, because when we have outgoings we think, oh, that's just it, there are bills, but actually there are ways of cutting costs down. You can review your premiums with insurers, compare these on the marketplace to see what other alternatives are available. So it's always good staying on top of your kind of annual renewed policies with companies and making sure that you are getting the best deal available. A lot of the time as well, if you say that you're going to leave a company, you may be able to negotiate a better term, especially when it comes to internet and phone contracts and things like that. I think as well we need to remember to have fun with it. It's not just about curbing all your spending and saving and being miserable. You can save and spend at the same time, and you can also enjoy saving and you can have a fun experience whilst you're doing this. Even if you don't have any huge savings plans that you need it for, I think we should all get into the habit of just being a bit more mindful about what we are spending and being aware and trying to put some money aside, because you never know what life's going to throw at you. So I think it's always really important to always be saving. I think everyone should be saving something each month if you can, and if you can't, then try and find ways of cutting back other things to create that. We all need a little bit of a buffer. We all need something in the bank, rainy day pot, whatever it may be. I think it's great to make this provision so that we can rely on the bank of ourselves and not rely on credit cards or debt or anything like that when something random comes up. So yeah, hopefully these tips have been helpful for you in your savings journey, and I'm very much looking forward to hearing from you in the comments what you have been spending, guys, because I'm gonna be intrigued. So yeah, make sure to download Buy Hacky in the description box down below, and I'm excited for you to get challenging yourself and seeing what you have been spending. And yeah, hopefully you found this helpful, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye.